A mixture of 10 grams of iron filings and 10 grams of sulfur is heated to its reaction temperature. How many grams of FeS is formed? There's a lot of data here, and in this case there are two pieces of data, 10 grams of each. So now we got to work with a new concept, or a different kind of concept. But first, we just approach it the same way as we always do. We write out the chemical equation. So it's just simply Fe plus S goes to FeS. Very simple. So the number of moles, we can calculate the number of moles of iron. It's just the mass of the iron, 10 grams, divided by the molar mass of iron, which we can work out from our periodic table. I think it's about 56. 55.85, close enough. Okay, so 10 divided by 55.85 gives you 0.179 moles. What we can also calculate is the number of moles of sulfur. And if you're wondering, well, we don't usually do this, we only ever calculate 1 mole at a time. Just bear with me, because you'll see why we needed to calculate the moles of sulfur as well. Okay, so just bear with me for a sec. So you just divide 10, which is the mass of the sulfur, by its molar mass, which I believe is about 32. Yeah, again, I'm doing well with my memory. So 10 divided by 32.06 is 0.312 moles. Okay, so now we have 0.17 moles, 0.179 moles, and 0.312 moles. But since the ratio of reactants is 1:1, that is, for every 1 mole of iron, I need 1 mole of sulfur, and vice versa. So since the ratio of reactants is 1:1, the Fe is the limiting reagent, because I only have 0.179 moles, but I have 0.312 moles of sulfur. So if I have only 0.179 moles, I'm going to use up all of that, and I'm going to have some leftover sulfur, because I can only use 0.179 moles of sulfur in the reaction. So the iron is the limiting reagent here. So we're going to continue using the iron from now on. Therefore, remember that it just goes to this. For 1 mole of Fe, 1 mole of FeS comes out. So therefore, 0.179 moles of iron goes in. So 0.179 moles of FeS comes out. And there's our statement of that. So the mass of FeS is simply just the moles, number of moles, times the molar mass of FeS, which is 0.179, which is the number of moles, times 55.85 plus 32.06, which is the molar masses of iron and sulfur. And that gives us 15.736 grams. So just remember, in this case, we had to calculate the limiting reagent, which one had the smaller number of moles, or which one would be consumed more in the overall reaction. So that's why we had to calculate both the number of moles of iron and the number of moles of sulfur in order to get the right answer. Because if we use the sulfur moles, then we would have gotten a very big overestimate. And if you want to go, you can go have a look at that. Just try that. Try 0.312 times this number, and you probably will get a number over 20 grams, which doesn't make sense. Because how can you have more than 20 grams coming out of 10 plus 10 grams of iron and sulfur? It's impossible. So try that for yourself at home, and you will see that that can't possibly be right.